Okay, today I will continue about the type of muscle. There have three type of muscle, which is like a cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle, and for the last one is smooth muscle. In the muscular system, muscular tissue is categorized into three distinct types for skeletal, cardiac, and smooth. Okay, for cardiac muscle, the heart wall is composed of three layers. The middle layers is myocardium, is responsible for the heart pumping action. Cardiac muscle found only the myocardium contract and respond to signal from the cardiac conduction system to make the heart beat. Cardiac muscle is made from cells called cardiocyte. Okay, this is some characteristic for cardiac muscle. For microscopic appearance feather, it is branched and have a cylindrical fiber, and it has a single centrally located nucleus. The location is at the heart, and the junction between the fiber intercellate discs contain gap junction and desmoses. Okay. Now, how cardiac muscle stretch? The heart pump whatever is present to it. Venous return, stretch of cardiac sarcomeres cause an increase in force and speed of contraction. This is for a smooth muscle. The smooth muscle is found in the wall of hollow organ throughout the body. The smooth muscle contraction are involuntary movement triggered by impulse that travel to the autonomic nervous system to the smooth muscle tissue. Okay, this is some example of smooth muscle. The microscopic and appearance feather for smooth muscle, it has a fiber thickness in the middle. There is only have a single nucleus and non-striated. And the location is at the wall, hollow, or viscera, and it has also at airways, and for the last one is blood vessel. Okay, the smooth muscle allow to urinary bladder and the uterus. The function is allow those organs to expand and relax as needed. For second, alimentary canal facilitate the peristaltic wave that moves, swallow food and nutrients. For eyes, change the shape of the lens to bring object into focus. And for the last one, artery walls relax and contract to move blood through the body. Okay, the last one is skeletal muscle. Everyone knows skeletal muscle attached to and move bone by contracting and relaxing, respond to voluntary message from the nervous system. How skeletal muscles contract? When signaled by a motor neuron, a skeletal muscle fiber contract as the thin filament are pulled and then slide past the thick filament within the fiber sarcomeres. Okay. It also contracts to muscle fiber like a cylindrical cells, giving skeletal muscle their stripped or striated appearance. On motor neurons transmit impulse from the brain and spinal cord to the muscle blood vessel component of the circulatory system that transport blood throughout the human body. And last one is fascicle. Instant circular muscle act as pinchers, closing orifices. Muscle work in pair to facilitate movement of the bone around the joint. Okay, the characteristic of skeletal muscle, it has a long microscopic and has a cylindrical fiber. It also unbranched and striated and also have a multi-peripheral nucleus, and it located at the attached by tendon to bones. The junction between fiber, there is no junction between fiber. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Fido bin Baharudin. Okay, I will continue about the screen number 11. Okay, this screen will tell about the introduction of skeletal muscle group. Okay, There are more than 600 skeletal muscle in the human body, which is account approximately 40% of a person weight. Skeletal muscle are contractile organ directly and or indirectly attached to bone of the skeleton. Skeletal muscle perform the following function. Okay, number one is to produce skeletal movement. Number two, maintain a posture and a body position. Number three is support soft tissue. Number four is regulate injuring and exciting of material. Number five is maintain body temperature. Okay, for the next screen is about which is screen number 12 is about skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscle also called voluntary muscle in the vertebrate, and there are three type of muscle in the body. Skeletal muscle are attached to bone by tendon, and they produce all the movement of body part. Skeletal muscle is straight, is long, thin, multicolored fiber are crossed with a regular pattern of the fine red and white line, giving the muscle of distinctive appearance. Skeletal muscle fiber are bound together by connective tissue and communicate with nerve and blood vessel. Okay, for the next screen, which is a screen number 13, is about a muscle of the head and neck. Okay, muscle are used to show surprise, disgust, anger, fear, and other emotion, important means of non-verbal communication. Muscle of facial expression include the frontalis, orbicularis oris, laris oculi, buccinator, and zygomaticus. Okay. Four pair of muscles that are responsible for chewing movement. This is also all the muscle connect to mandible, and they are some of the strongest muscle in the body. Okay. Okay, the last part, which is in the last part for me is which is the screen or number 14 is which is a muscle of trunk. Okay. The muscle of trunk include those that move the vertebral column, the muscles that form the thoracic and abdominal wall, and those that cover the pelvic outlet. Okay. Next, the erector spinae group of muscle on each side of the vertebral column in the large muscle mass that extend from the sacrum and the skull. The muscles are primarily responsible for extending the vertebral column to maintain erect posture. Okay, next, the muscle of the thoracic wall are involved in the process of breathing. Okay, the last one is the abdomen. Unlike the thoracic pelvis, no bony reinforcement of the protection. The wall consists entirely of four muscle pairs, arranged in layer, and the fascia that envelop them. That's all. Thank you.
My name is Wan Muhammad Izzat Akif bin Wan Muhammad Nasir. I am ISMP Physical Education students. Here I would like to discuss about muscles of the upper extremity. The first one is the muscles of the upper extremity include those that attach the scapula to the thorax. Second one is those that attach the humerus to the scapula and generally move the arm. And those that are located in the arm or forearm that move the forearm, wrist and hand. And last one is the 20 or more muscles that cause most wrist, hand and finger movement are located along the forearm. And next, muscles of the lower extremity. The muscles that move the thigh are organs on some part of the pelvic girdle, and there are insertions on the femur. Second one is the largest muscles must belong to the posterior groups, the gluteal muscles, which as a group abduct the thigh. The one is muscle that move the leg are located in the thigh regions. The quadriceps femoris muscle group straightens the leg at the knee. The hamstring are antagonist to the quadriceps femoris muscle group, which are used to flex the leg at the knee. However, specific of skeletal muscles, biceps, calf muscles, deltoid, external oblique, gluteus maximus, hamstring muscles, external oblique, latissimus dorsi, masseter, orbital muscles, pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, quadriceps femoris, rectus abdominis, rhomboid, serratus anterior, sternomastoid, transversus, trapezius, and triceps. And lastly, how muscles work. The muscles that move the trunk and the limbs are arranged so that each muscle passes over one or more joints and is attached to the bones on each side. Most joints are moved by group of muscles rather than by a single muscle working alone. Furthermore, each joint has muscles that move in each direction in our leg. The muscles are often used to fix the joints. When they stand on one leg, the muscles of the knee contracting to keep it straight.